Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
It is feature time in Tulsa. Let's go green.
He's got the run, but is it enough? It's a drag race to the finish. Culver goes from third to first in the last quarter.
Experience the world's most legendary racing events with iRacing. iRacing special events allow any member to compete in full-length multiplayer races based on some of the biggest events in motorsports all year round. Compete in virtual endurance races such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Take on some of the toughest races on the NASCAR calendar, such as the Daytona 500 and the Coke 600. We have races from disciplines across the racing world, from the Indy 500 to the Chili Bowl, from the Bathurst 1000 to the Crandon Championship. Our endurance special events utilize iRacing's team feature, where members can sign up and race together on their own team, swapping drivers throughout the race. Other events use iRacing Super Sessions, where you're not only racing against those on track, but against everyone taking part. As every race progresses, watch and feel the track change, with progressive time of day, dynamic weather and rain, and dynamic track debris and surface changes. Take on your favorite discipline, or try a brand new racing challenge with our biggest races of the year, the iRacing Special Events. Learn more at iracing.com/special-events.
RICMOTECH high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
The following is an All-Star 15 TV production.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On the broadcast tonight, it is the XMS RICMOTECH Xfinity series coming to you live from Legacy, Texas Motor Speedway. It is the first race in the championship 4-round. Joining me up at the broadcast booth, the one, the only, Mike Campigio. Doing pretty good. Woke up with a little bit of a sore throat, so I apologize if my voice starts to go at any point tonight. But we're battling through, just like these drivers are going to be battling that hot, slick racetrack. Basically the same racetrack you ran on last night. What could you tell us from the Truck Series race that these Xfinity cars might have to deal with tonight? Yeah, these Xfinity cars are a lot of fun to drive, a lot of fun to watch. But Mike, just as qualifying is almost over, why don't you run through the tail of the tape for tonight's race and races past? And when it comes to tonight's race number 15, Texas Motor Speedway, 150 laps, 225 miles. That stage break at lap 50. 5 sets of tires in the pits. And we had a couple drivers confirm with us the fuel run between 35 and 40 laps. Qualifying is over, Mike. Let's get ready to set the grid. Well, tell everybody the grid. Alan Fox is going to be your pole sitter. Bryce Senezak in second. Your second row. I guess people can't hear you, Mike. So I'm going to fix that. It's showing the Discord. Let me close it and reopen it. Right. Mike?
You got me, AJ?
I literally just clicked off and turned it back on, so hopefully they could hear you now.
I hope so.
Michael Thwaites, Joe Torres in that second row. Row 3, it's Josh Vidal and Joshua Gillen. Row 4, Kyle Zimmer, Connor Coleman, Gary Wells, and Nate Orlowski rounding out the top 10. And Daniel Krim, shotgun on the field. Mike, who are you taking tonight?
Well, AJ, I'm taking Joe Torres. We kind of focused our picks on the Final Four itself for the championship, so I'm going to go with Joe Torres. It's his home racetrack, and I think he's gonna have a good night tonight. Who'd you pick, AJ?
I took the driver starting P2, the 09 of Bryce Senezak. Should be an interesting run for him tonight. But let's look at those points as they enter tonight. Bryce Senezak with 09. Then you have Joe Torres with 06. 05 with Alan Fox. and 01 with Michael. The way it's guys, how does it sound? Do we have Mike now?
Yeah, comment down below and let us know in case we have other issues.
It's showing you're pinging, which it was doing before and they couldn't hear you. So.
And I got my microphone on the right one, so.
No, it's not you, because we're obviously talking. But Mike, real fast, since they didn't hear you the first time and they haven't started rolling yet.
Okay, good. They can hear me now. Hello, everybody.
Why don't you run through the races past again?
Yeah, let's do that real quick, AJ, now that everybody can hear me on the wonderful broadcast that it is. Season 18, the pole, the winner, the most laps led in that race was Alan Elwood at 88 laps. 8 leaders for 16 lead changes, 2 cautions for 8 laps in that race. And then season number 15, the pole was won by Todd Cray, who finished 10th. Winner was Cameron Hearn, who started in 6th. Most laps led was Austin Hill at 89 laps. That had 5 leaders and 8 lead changes in that race, and that had 4 cautions for 20 laps.
All right, Josh, I'm trying to get it fixed. I know Mike sees you in a Yahoo car, but I'm not getting it to load on my end. I just deleted everybody's paid scheme, and then I'm going to redo it. So hopefully that fixes it. But we're about to get moving. There they go. They've started rolling on the racetrack. Sorry, with all the technical difficulties, we're not going to get to Alan Fox. So we apologize there.
Hopefully he wins the first stage and we can make up that interview to him there, AJ. But folks at home, we're going to be running 150 laps in this race, 225 miles. The stage is lap number 50. These guys are going to have 5 sets of tires in the pits, and that fuel run is going to be about 35 to 40 laps.
No, I've reset it multiple times, Mike. I'm not getting the one's paint scheme. Sorry, everybody, for seeing some of that behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's weird because, like I said, when I refreshed mine, it popped up in a Yoo-hoo yellow #1 paint scheme on my end.
I still got him in the lime green, so apologies there.
But it's time to focus on up and pony on up because, AJ, we're going to come to this green flag. Championship 4 is going to be on.
Yep, here we go. Pace car is off. And green flag, there we go. Already side by side.
And Josh Gillian going to walk up the racetrack back there. The 3 wide, trying to avoid him. He's in a wall a little bit back there. Rough start there.
Yeah, absolutely. He went straight to the extreme outside.
Ooh, hang on to it, Thwaites. He is all over the racetrack right there, that number 12.
Playoff driver Michael Thwaites. Little trouble early on coming out of 4. And just like that, Mike, we are spread out.
Yes, we are. It looks like Nate Orlowski's trying to make a little bit of a pass down under Connor Coleman here. That's in the back half of the top 10. But these boys in these Xfinity cars, you'll be able to run a little bit full throttle in these things, but it's not going to be like the trucks last night where you could run full throttle for about 5 to 6 laps, and then you really starting to have to lift. But these boys are going to be lifting every once in a while, and these boys are going to get spread out. I think we're going to see a little bit more spread out than we did in the truck race last night.
Oh, 100%. Early on in this run, let's actually jump on board with second place Bryce Senezak. And he's got a little bit of an aero draft from the 73. See how much he's lifting in the turns, if any. So a full lift briefly, then about half throttle for most of the turn.
And one thing we like to say, AJ, especially this version of Texas compared to the newer version, tires are going to wear very quickly here. at Texas.
Yeah, how fast were they gone for you?
Maybe about 12 to 15 laps into a run last night. They were going. I think I pitted the most. When I pitted, I think most of my right side tires were at about 70% last night.
Oh, wow. Josh Vidal hard into the turn 2 wall.
Josh was one of the first guys last night that was trying to make that third lane against the wall really work in stage number 1 that we had last night. So you could see him trying to be the guinea pig again once tonight to see if that third lane is going to prove any speed up there.
Well, right now he's working that middle, and after popping the wall, I'm wondering if he's going to be a little hesitant with moving all the way up there as Thwaites almost pops the wall out of 2.
I found a lot of speed last night in that middle seam there. If you could put your left side tires on that middle seam and kind of keep your right sides above that, you could get a lot of speed and make a lot of good momentum off the corners.
Speaking of a lot of speed, you were fast all night, pal.
I was. It was a fun night last night. 2 top 10 finishes in a row to kind of wrap up the season on the Truck Series side. So that wasn't the season that I wanted, but we're going out with a bang.
And look at that again, Vidal utilizing that mid to high line. How did the different lines fare for you for the most part? And we had a lot of feedback where the bottom was where you wanted to be for the most part. But as you mentioned that seam, and now we're seeing Josh utilize that mid to high line. What did the tires in more? The high line, low line, or middle line?
I think early on the bottom line was the most preferred line, but after about 6-7 laps, I started drifting up to the middle, and then I flirted around a little bit with that third line. Because about stage 1 last night, that third line, you could have a lot of momentum, especially in 3 and 4, making that work. But I mean, for the most part, I was running the middle line on that one seam right there last night.
On board, Bryce Senezak in second, about 7/10 separating Fox to Senezak, and then another 2.5 tenths to third place, Joe Torres.
Yeah, 3 of our 4 playoff guys. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3. Kick off the race here.
Yeah, Vidal is the only one splitting them with Thwaites in 5th.
You think about it too, AJ, as we think about Texas. Texas is pretty much an opportunity race for any 4 of these guys because you don't know what Dover is going to bring next week. And just, especially being on a concrete canyon at Dover, you can get yourself caught into trouble pretty easy next week. So you really want to gain as much points as you can tonight to give you a buffer.
Yeah, down those straightaways on the Monster Mile, easily blocked racetracks. Somebody's going to hit one wall, they're going to go right across and smack the other wall and take whoever is in the path with them.
And we saw last night too. They were kind of keep continuing back. Last night, Paul Urban was one of the playoff 4 last night that had the most trouble out of all of them. We're gonna have to watch. I was gonna say we're gonna have to watch that pit road entry tonight too, just like last night.
Yeah, that pit road entry was very wild. We saw a lot of drivers almost spin out and a couple that did spin out. And we have 2 battles here. This is for 2nd, and then a little bit further back you have a battle for 4th, the 12 of Thwaites, the 26 of Vidal.
Oh, that's Krim in the wall. Oh, Orlowski's spinning. Here we go, AJ. We're going to have a caution. There it is.
And there it is indeed. What happened here coming out of turn 2? Let's check it out.
Oh.
Like how it gives us mid-spin.
I think a lot of those guys, it started with Krim hitting the wall, and then I think Orlowski followed him in.
Up.
All 4 of those guys. Yeah. Was there fluid or something on that racetrack?
Is it raining?
Heck, it might be snowing in Texas because the southeast and southwest have all gotten snow this week.
Jump on board with the 69. Oh, pop. And just the overcorrection.
Into the wall. And that's going to be night over for Mr. Orlowski. But feeding time on pit road here.
Everybody's coming down pit road. Except Joshua Gillen, who I still can't figure out how to get that paint to work.
Well, it's going to be some sketchiness on this restart, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Now maybe you just stayed out to lead a lap or, you know, get 5 bonus points and come to pit road after that.
Yeah, it says checking paints for car number 1. There's car number 1, and it said it went through fine. Just didn't.
Technology can be a great thing sometimes it can't.
Yeah, absolutely. Vidal is going to come out in that second position. Zimmer in third, Senezak in fourth, Fox in fifth, Torres in sixth, Waits in seventh, Wells in eighth, Connor Coleman ninth, and Daniel Krim shotgun on the field with this restart as it looks like Gillen's going to come down pit road. He took the lap lead, said thank you very much. Now getting service. There you go. All your playoff drivers, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We've gotten the 1 to go. You see the 26 on the inside, the 25 on the outside. Vidal, Zimmer, your second row, Senezak and Fox, Torres and Thwaites, row 3, and row 4. It's Wells and Coleman, and there is Daniel Krim in the 47, last car in the inside line. Mike, what are you expecting from this restart now that everybody's come down, grabbed tires and fuel?
Oh, it's going to get aggressive here, AJ. About 10 laps away from being halfway through this stage. These boys are packed up together. It's going to be pretty aggressive, I think.
Now, you mentioned they can make it to the stage now. But those tires, will they make it to the stage? As there goes the 26 with one heck of a launch.
There goes Bryce Senezak for the lead. Vidal, did he take tires on that pit stop, or did he just take 2?
Don't know. But he went straight to the outside and just lost the position to Fox, and he's about to lose another one to Wells and Thwaites.
Josh Gillian on pit road again, too?
Yes, that number 1 definitely is.
Michael Thwaites is trying to catch up to the 4 and 3 in front of him that are the playoff drivers that he's racing against. He's trying to look to the outside of Gary Wells here for that 4th position. He's gonna dive to the inside. Let's see if he can get the pass done here. And he is clear. So our top 4 is going to be all the championship 4.
That's amazing. But Thwaites, though, is almost 2 seconds back. And you see Gary Wells in the 27, Chevy Camaro. He's trying to make some headway back up towards the front, but Waits right now, just last time by, 4/10 slower.
And a big old battle back here. Vidal, Krim, and Coleman all together here.
Vidal staying with that middle to outside lane. Should have a nice run down the backstretch with a pull from the 47. But so much momentum with Coleman.
Yeah, Coleman made a 2-for-1 right there. He went right past both of them. I'm starting to wonder if that 47, that 26, they didn't take tires. They just took fuel only, or they took 2 right side tires or something.
Well, now is the time to test something, because you do get saved by that caution at lap 50 for the stage.
That is correct, yes.
So if you're going to do anything, now is the time to, or then was the time to do it. But looking at our championship 4, Torres, Fox, Sinizek, and Thwaites leading the field. Now, Mike, they do get those 5 sets of tires in the pits. Texas being a very abrasive racetrack, anytime we get a caution, I would expect them to hit pit road and grab 4 brand new Mr. Feelgoods. But you got to be careful, though, because if you take them all early and we get a late race caution, you could put yourself right behind the 8 ball and lose a lot of spots, because last night the fall off was disgusting. Over 2 seconds. That was wild.
Oh yeah, it was very disgusting last night. And I even had a set of tires sitting in the pits that I had to take home last night because I thought we were going to get one more caution there at the end and not go green the last 25 laps of that race.
But you guys started off green. You had a little bit of a spat in the second stage to the end, where you were grabbing a couple cautions, but once everybody got it figured out, you went green the rest of the way.
There's some hard hits last night, too, in some of those wrecks.
Oh, man, you have no idea. Watching it on the broadcast, I winced a couple times.
Joe Darnell won on the front straightaway. That was ugly.
Yeah, that was a big one. Thankful everybody able to walk out of the racing sims and continue on with their daily life.
And we got a big old battle here for the lead. Alan Fox is starting to migrate up to that middle line, trying to see if he can get any momentum to get to the outside of Torres.
Joe Torres is just so consistent on that inside lane. You're kind of going to have to do what you did to Kogar last night, is kind of move them out of the way. It might be a little too early for that in the race. But if anybody watched the broadcast last night, they saw it and might end up using it at some point tonight.
You may well could do that. I would think maybe more later in the race to do that. But you think about these 4 that we have right here in the championship 4, how they're running 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your cream rising to the crop here. I mean, these boys have been good all season long.
I wish I can do the Macho Man when he said it. Ryan does a good Macho Man impression when he says the cream always rises to the top.
Snack menu a Slim Jim.
Dude, I had one of those today. First time in a long time. It was the sweet chili Doritos flavor. It was good. Not sponsored, but hey. If you want to, I'm right here.
They're in the wall. Oh, there's Thwaites. He's in the wall.
That was a big hit for Thwaites.
That's the second time in a row that we've seen in the last 15 laps that like 4 cars in a row all smacked the wall. I know we talked about turn 4 being the trouble spot last night, but I think turn 2 is going to be the trouble spot tonight. On the opposite end of the raceway.
I think turn 2 with these Xfinity cars is very deceptive with when you can get on the gas and not have to lift because it got tight. Turn 4 is just loose.
Well, and sometimes you deal with those situations here in Texas where you're just sit there, you're like, you go into the corner, you're like, all right, I'm loose, and then all of a sudden you're like, uh-oh, I'm tight. Oh, here comes the wall.
Yeah. And by the time you said, oh, here comes the wall, it's too late. You're just smacking it. But it looks like Joshua Gillen is back out on the racetrack. Currently in 10th, 1 lap down. So as long as he stays that 1 lap down in just about 20 laps, he'll get that lap back.
Well, he's got to hope he doesn't go 2 laps down because those boys are in the middle of 1 and 2 right now.
Yeah, those boys are moving, but you got to give them credit. Race leader Joe Torres a 30.69. Gillen with a 30.68. So he's hanging distance even with everybody else. It's just, can he hold on to that for another 28 or now 18 laps? Mike, with last night's race, being around the drivers that are contending for a championship, how was it for somebody that isn't like yourself in that championship hunt? How did that affect your driving around those remaining playoff drivers?
Didn't really matter too much to me, but I mean, obviously you got to give them a little bit more leeway, a little more graciousness, just because they're in a heated championship battle, and yes, some of us, are not in that situation. We're just there trying to get the best finish that we can and maybe a win, but just got to be mindful of the people around you and the situations that you're putting them in and yourself in.
So, Mike, we kind of didn't get to it last night with Gary. I heard you had a lot of success at Daytona.
Yes, AJ, talking about the Rolex 24, the iRacing version, that is. Yeah, Warrior Enterprises got the win in LMP2 and also a second place finish in LMP2 in 2 splits. So, yeah, very successful weekend. First place and a second place. It was great to see all the success that we had over the weekend. And, yeah, getting that win was tremendous. Great start to the 2025 road campaign for the team.
Yeah, proud of you guys and all the hard work that you've put into it. And even the HSR Phantom guys. Joe was talking earlier on Monday. He had a hand in 7 or 8 cars, and they all did well and all finished the race for the majority of them. I'm excited. I can't wait to do Sebring with HSR and Phantom in a little bit. I'm getting all that squared away. But, because Sebring, outside of the Daytona road course, Sebring's my favorite road course on the IMSA circuit on iRacing. So I'm excited for that in the coming months. There might be a Bathurst stream on the channel. Getting that nailed down. But Torres about 0.8 over Fox. And I think Fox is putting some laps together that we might see a little convergence between the two of them soon.
Yeah, you can't call me Super 8 no more because I was up till about 3 a.m. in the morning on Sunday morning. So just putting that out there.
I wasn't calling you Super 8.
No, I know.
I was calling you Mr. 8 Hour.
Well, I only got about 5.5, 6 after I got done crew chiefing at about 3 a.m. Eastern time.
Dude, I gotta tell you, jumping in the crew chief role for the Taylors, Nate Orlowski, and trying to Tavish O'Neill. That was a fun car to crew chief for.
All those guys in that car, man. That's the first time they all really got to know each other and bond for 24 hours, and I mean, they talked a little bit prior to the race, but most of the time that they talked to each other, it was race time or race day. And those boys all together, great chemistry. And yeah, it was great to see them do well and get a second place finish in that car.
It looks like Vidal is having a huge issue on the racetrack. You see him to the outside there. We backed it up a couple laps. And he is just really slow right now. Krim's going to get by him. And then Coleman's going to get by him. And then in another lap, Kyle Zimmer is going to make that pass, putting Vidal in that 9th spot. But under 10 laps to go for the stage. The 29 of Joe Torres is putting fast lap after fast lap after fast lap. We really, or at least I thought, with Alan Fox having a couple laps where he was faster than Torres would get there. Joe probably heard that and said that's not happening.
Yeah, Joe Torres is looking strong here as we're getting closer and closer to the end of that stage. Torres is going to smack the wall. Don't be doing that. Yeah, don't be doing that. But these boys are going to get a little bit of a reset. Come get 4 tires and fuel and reset yourself for the second half of this race.
We will talk to our stage winner at the break after the pit stops. But so far, it is looking all 29 Joe Torres. And Mike, I gotta give you credit. You picked that.
I did. And I'm not trying to jinx him right now. It's looking good. And yeah, not trying to do the broadcaster jinx on him right now.
Yeah, because you know that's a true fact.
Yep. But I will say, though, that Mr. Torres was looking very excited for this race at his home racetrack. He was telling me all about it.
Five laps to go with just over a second lead over Alan Fox. Senezek in 3rd and Thwaites in 4th. All 4 championship drivers 1 through 4. Then you have Gary Wells in 5th. 6th, you have Connor Coleman. 7th, it's Daniel Krim. Kyle Zimmer in 8th. And 9th, it's Josh Vidal. And you see that 10, he is hoping he could stay on the lead lap. And just to give you a little bit of a gap, there's Gillen crossing the line. And just coming out of turn 4 now is the 29. So unless something happens to the 1, should be good to stay 1 lap down and get that lucky dog.
You got to prepare yourselves for the second half of this race, especially if we're going to go, you know, how this race feels like it's going to go caution-free for the most part. You better get ready to strap on in, save some tires, and get yourself ready for a long run.
Yeah, we had a couple of those last night, Mike, and real fast. Is it grueling with a long green flag run that we had? Or do you prefer those really, really long runs?
I kind of felt like I was a little bit of both. It just depends on how I felt my truck was doing setup-wise at the time, but yeah, it's just a lot because the trucks were loose, and then they got tight, and then they got loose again. It was just like this. It was all over the place. So it just really depends on how well you took care of your tires last night. And the pits are closed, so we are coming to the last lap of this stage here.
Yeah, we are on it now. And it looks like Joe Torres is going to win the first stage in dominating fashion after the caution. But coming out of turn 4, there's the 29 Jimmy John's Chevy Camaro, taking the green and white checkered flag for the stage. Alan Fox in second, Senezak in third, Waits in fourth, Gary Wells in fifth, sixth it's Connor Coleman. Daniel Krim crossing the start-finish line now. That's for seventh. Kyle Zimmer for eighth. And here comes Josh Vidal in ninth. And we should be seeing that yellow any second now. There it is.
Ooh, that pace car looked like that pace car was going to spin out there for a second coming up Pit Road.
Not like it's the Roval from a couple years ago where it got lost.
I mean, it's not Phoenix because we all saw what happened to Phoenix a couple months ago.
Oh, God, I forgot about that. Dang it, Chase Elliott.
Here we go. Feeding time on Pit Road.
Mike, that was an interesting first stage. Who's going to come out of Pit Road with the advantage and the lead?
Yeah, who's going to have the fastest pit crew and who's not going to make a mistake on Pit Road and get a Pit Road penalty? This is where Joe Torres does not want the Kevin Harvick pit crew.
Nope. Or the Denny Hamlin.
He's going to get a down and out first. Well, how about Gary Wells going to get ahead of Thwaites there? Good pit stop there.
All right, let's see if we can get a word with the 29 of Joe Torres. Mike, take it away.
It's the home track man himself, Mr. Joe Torres. It's Mike and AJ in the booth.
Hello. How are you all doing?
We're doing great there, bud. Very strong performance here through the first stage. Talk to me how the race car feels and what we feel like for the second half of this race.
Well, the car was phenomenal, and it just kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger. It's just that I kept smacking that turn 2 wall, and I think you guys have caught it on the broadcast. I would think that I keep smacking that turn 2 wall.
Well, yes, we've seen a lot of people hit that turn 2 wall, especially that happened, I think, a couple times where we saw all 4 cars like right in a row smack the wall. But how you feeling for the second half of this race, and what needs to get done to keep this 29 up front?
Long run speed, my man. I just want to be there at the end and hopefully hang on. And I want to win at my home track because, again, this is my home track and I really want to win. So, but still, I'll do the best I can. If I just keep maintaining the speed that I had in the race car at the first half, I think we'll be good, very strong in the middle and the end of the run. So as long as we just keep green flag runs, long runs, this 29 car will be, as the car says, freaky fast.
There you go. Well, we wish you the best of luck here in the second half of this race.
74.
And we'll hopefully get to talk to you at the end of the race.
You got it, Captain.
All right, Mike, that was Joe Torres winning the stage championship for driver Joe Torres. He's going to have Bryce Senezak starting behind him. And Alan Fox to his right side. Thwaites is going to restart in that 5th position.
Here we go. This could be the potential last restart of the day, so better get on the wheel here.
There it is, green flag back in the air, and Joe Torres hits the loud pedal and gets away clean.
And Connor Coleman checking up that outside line back there. Top 3 are booking it away again.
Yeah. And look at Torres kind of block the inside going into the turn.
Oh, yeah, he did.
You saw that last night.
I thought Alan was going to send it in there, AJ. I thought he was going to send it in there.
That's exactly where I was getting at.
And here comes Thwaites. Thwaites is going to the inside of Gary Wells. We got a 4-car battle back here. These guys are all side by side.
That'll work itself out soon. As Thwaites is going to take that 4th position from the 27 of Gary Wells, but it's Vidal and Zimmer now, as Zimmer's just going to tuck in between the 26 and the 47.
Now here comes Josh. He's going to go to the inside here. We got a battle for the lead. Alan Fox to the outside of Joe Torres off of 4.
Joe Torres still has the race lead as they cross the start-finish line by .02.
Oh, look at Alan Fox. Drive it in there on that outside.
If it's gonna work, he's gonna keep trying it, but you'll burn up your tires even faster trying to do that stuff.
This is great. Big battle for the lead. Big battle for clean air. Who's gonna get it?
Fox took the lead and lead over Torres .05.
If Alan can just clear him, he's almost there, but he just can't get that last little oomph to get by Torres.
Torres is just so strong, ripping the inside lane.
And they know
there
whoever.
There it is.
Yeah.
Does he have it?
And they know too. Whoever can get clear. They know whoever can get clear of one another is going to be in control of this race.
And there it is. Alan Fox to the point, throws it into turn number 1 and takes it. A little bit further back, Mike. Brim and Zimmer, along with Wells now, battling for that 5th spot.
It looks like Josh Gillian is still showing a lap down. I'm surprised he did not get the free pass there with that caution. You still got him a lap down too?
Yes, sir. I was just about to ask you about it.
Yeah, I was still showing him a lap down. I was surprised he didn't get the lucky dog of the free pass there. I got a heated battle in front of him. Connor Coleman and Vidal are racing each other hard.
As 26 gets a really nice exit out of turn 2, able to pull away from the 23 going into turn 3. The 27 of Wells looking to the inside of Daniel Krim. Yeah, it looks like that middle is starting to come alive there, Mike.
It is. We saw Alan Fox make that pass in that middle line, and now looks like Krim's going to be able to hold off. Oh, he turned him. Oh,
and
my
Krim
goodness.
Oh,
is he going to save that? Oh, he saved it. What a save right there.
How?
I don't know if he turned him, but I don't know. Maybe they were going for the same real estate right there, but let's take a look at this again.
Yeah, we backed it up a little too far here. But we'll see off the exit, was there anything? No.
Let's see, we're going to the same piece of real estate here.
Gary just sends it and clips him.
That was the boot scootin' boogie in the boot scootin' boogie way.
Yeah, that was. Gary was pretty far back and ended up getting him. But let's back that up. I want to see Krim in car.
Oh, we got him. Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta show his hands because that was a hell of a save.
I can't believe Wells just threw it in there like that.
Oh, look at him turning the wheel to the right, back to the left, back to the right. Oh, what a save. Oh, he's a 90-degree corner right there. That's a save right there. We'll have to see what happens if that 47 can go back to that 27 and see what happens there.
Because we're only 65 laps in. That might have been a little too early for a shot like that. At least last night when a certain broadcast host tonight did it, there was a couple laps to go.
Well, another thing too, I didn't see anything that happened prior to that. Like I said last night, what happened before, my nose got chopped off one too many times, but I didn't see anything too egregious there. A couple laps before that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we probably would have caught that, but your race leader, the 73 of Alan Fox, followed by Joe Torres in second, Bryce Senizak in third, Michael Thwaites in fourth. They're all within about 2 seconds from each other. Then it's 2.5 seconds to fifth place, Kyle Zimmer. Gary Wells in sixth, seventh, it's Connor Coleman, eighth, Josh Vidal, Daniel Krim trying to bounce back in ninth. You're watching All-Star 15 TV's broadcast of the XMS RICMOTECH Xfinity Series live from Texas Motor Speedway. We will be right back.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
RICMOTECH, high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
It is feature time in Tulsa. Let's go green.
He's got the run, but isn't enough. It's a drag race to the finish. Culver goes from third to first in the last quarter.
Experience the world's most legendary racing events with iRacing. iRacing special events allow any member to compete in full-length multiplayer races based on some of the biggest events in motorsports all year round. Compete in virtual endurance races such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Take on some of the toughest races on the NASCAR calendar, such as the Daytona 500 and the Coke 600. We have races from disciplines across the racing world, from the Indy 500 to the Chili Bowl, from the Bathurst 1000 to the Crandon Championship. Our endurance special events utilize iRacing's team feature, where members can sign up and race together on their own team, swapping drivers throughout the race. Other events use iRacing Super Sessions, where you're not only racing against those on track, but against everyone taking part. As every race progresses, watch and feel the track change, with progressive time of day, dynamic weather and rain, and dynamic track debris and surface changes. Take on your favorite discipline or try a brand new racing challenge with our biggest races of the year, the iRacing Special Events. Learn more at iracing.com/special-events.
We're back, everybody. Check out all our beautiful and wonderful sponsors in the description of the video. Mike, what are you guys going to be talking about on the All-Star Sports Report come Friday?
AJ, we're going to be starting a little special start time there, 1 hour earlier than normal, just because we're going to have a lot to catch up on. We're going to be talking about the Daytona 24, catching up on all the NFL playoff action, the college football playoff and national championship reaction. We'll probably talk a little bit about maybe the people that got inducted to the Major League Hall of Fame this week, and see what else is going on around the world of sports and college hoops. We'll probably be talking about Ben Johnson getting hired to the Bears. A lot of Bears fans are happy about that move. Yeah, a lot of Bears fans are happy about that move, but yeah, and we'll talk about all the NASCAR news and kind of preview the real-life Daytona 24, which is this weekend as well. So, yeah, a little bit of everything, starting an hour earlier than 11 p.m. Eastern Time. So, yeah, a lot of things coming up. Should be a good couple hours there of talking.
Yeah, it definitely should be a fun episode that everybody should turn in for. But there is your race lead. Joe Torres a second over Bryce Senezak. Alan Fox has hit pit road. 28 laps in, or 26 laps in through the run.
And he must be pulling a different strategy than what we were thinking about, how long he can go on fuel. So this is going to be interesting.
He's hoping for the undercut, because the undercut's good for a second and a half, almost 2 seconds as of right now. I would think that would pull the majority of everybody else down pit road as well.
We are going to see if that's going to be the case, because he's going to be flying out there. He's going to be looking like Superman out there.
Yeah. He's got a long way to go to put himself back on the lead lap, and right now he is not Joshua Gillen's friend. Being a lap down himself now. But let's see what we're going to have here across the start-finish line next time by. Joe Torres coming out of turn number 4 is going to hit the line with a 31-19, and I'm curious to see what Alan Fox is going to have. A 29-7.
Well,
Daniel
Krim's on pit road now, so he's going to be joining this undercut strategy, it looks like. He might need it. I mean, he might need those set of tires a little bit quicker after that save that he made.
I'm surprised he stayed as long as he did.
Well, these boys are spread out, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Let's bring up the track map so you guys can see the spread on the racetrack. It looks like we have about 3 groups of cars. You have the Torres group that goes from Joe Torres all the way and includes Connor Coleman in 7th. And then, no, I lied. It's the 29, 09, 73, and 12 is your first group. And then starting with Kyle Zimmer, that goes all the way to Connor Coleman. And then you have Daniel Krim all by himself. Trying to make his way to put himself back on the lead lap.
Let's, if we can, let's remind the people at home where we're sitting with the points there, AJ. Since we're about halfway.
Nice and simple. Everything has been rounded back up to 3,000 along with those bonus points. Bryce Senzak with 09, Torres with 06, Alan Fox with 05, and Michael Thwaites with 01. And you know Joe Torres just got a nice stage 1 bonus by taking that.
He did, and he wants to probably try to lead the most laps too to see if he can get another bonus point there.
Which he is working very hard and currently working towards, as Senezak is going to hit pit road.
This is going to be very interesting to see what strategy is going to pay off.
There's Senezak. He is leaving pit road. He is a lap down, though. Alan Fox has unlapped himself, but he's 27 seconds back. Mike, if you're Torres, Thwaites, Zimmer, and company, when do you hit pit road now that we've already seen multiple drivers take the left-handed turn off the racetrack?
Well, these boys might be running this thing dry. You see, I mean, that's the only strategy I can see in my mind now is they're committed to running it long here and running it probably out of fuel. That's my thinking on this.
Jake is kind of making fun of Krim, but Daniel's catching Josh Gillen and very fast. That's not Josh Gillen. That's the 23 of Connor Coleman. There's Josh Gillen. Connor Coleman is still on the lead lap. Has yet to pit. Down into turn 3. That 47 is a rocket ship right now. And so is the 09 of Senezak.
That's how much fresher tires mean to these machines, man. I tell you, you feel like Superman.
Yeah, but it's if you were the first to pit, everybody else is gonna come down pit road, grab tires, fuel, and then it's their chance to feel like Superman. As your tires have already basically gone through a life cycle. These tires are worn, done with after, what'd you say earlier, 10 laps, 15 laps?
Yeah, about 15 laps or so, yep.
And just using that, you had Alan Fox come down at 77, and we're on lap 91 right now. So Alan Fox has already used the usefulness of those tires, as here comes the 29 down pit road.
Josh Gillian smacked the wall for turn 2. I thought he was going to wreck it. But so...
Watching too much Wreck-It
Zimmer! Woo! Hang on to it, Zimmer.
Same thing with Vidal. Vidal almost didn't lock it down.
Good save by both of them.
12 of Michael Thwaites staying out to lead a lap. That's smart of him. Knows it's been a struggle tonight with that, with all the playoff drivers within the top 4. Still a very fast race car, but the people he needs to beat are in first, second, and third. As Gary Wells is also hitting pit road.
And these are going to be the last 2 guys to pit.
Absolutely. That's going to give up the lead back to Alan Fox in the 73. Bryce Senezak just under 10 seconds behind on 8-lap fresher tires.
We're going to see if Bryce is going to have enough momentum to catch Alan Fox here. Alan Fox has got a big old gap.
Yeah, almost 10 seconds is a lot of time on a racetrack.
Well, here comes Josh Gillian. He's coming down to make his pit stop finally.
He was hoping very much for a caution. That never came. And Mike, you've been in that position before, but it's the right move for Josh to stay out that long because you don't get that lap back. Well, you do, but now he's going to lose another lap. Actually, I think he was 2 down when that happened. But also, Connor Coleman's 1 lap down, so he was really hoping for a caution.
Yes, he was. A big old battle here between Gary Wells and Josh Vidal. This is for the battle for 7th.
Gary Wells on lap 92 hitting the pits, and Vidal on 91. Gary's starting to pull away ever so slightly from the 26. As Daniel Krim back up to 4th. But Michael Thwaite says, you're going back to 5th.
That's what those pressure tires will do, because...
12 lap pressures, Mike.
Uh-huh, yep.
Absolute cheese grater. Exactly what this track is doing to those tires.
And we are not in Wisconsin either.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Turned into Homer there for a second. But thank you everybody for tuning in, watching the race with us. Currently being led by Alan Fox, 6 seconds over Bryce Senizak, and just under 12 over Joe Torres. That's a huge swing. Joe Torres stayed out one of the longest, and he drops all the way back to 3rd. Wow.
But you can see Senzak and Torres both. They're slowly more Senzak than Torres right now, but they're running down Fox for the lead.
I don't know. Torres last time by was a 29.76. Fox was a 31.04.
Just an update: the 47 and 27 are getting close to each other. In case you want to flip to that, just to see what happens.
New pair of shoes on the 27, and there it goes right to the outside.
Nice and clean. Nice and clean.
The only thing I think Krim might have done was get off the inside just a little bit, so Gary had to move up the racetrack just a little bit more. But that's it, if anything.
Mm-hmm. And Josh Vidal is going to take that spot away too. AJ, we're down to the final 50 laps of this race already.
Yeah, that's amazing. Already with 50 laps to go. We've only been racing for just about 55 minutes, and that includes the cautions too.
We are going on a buzzsaw right now.
As there's the one of Gillen almost in the wall, coming out of turn 2 as Zimmer to his inside. Wow, Gary was 4/10 faster than Zimmer last time by. Oh, the one's hard in the wall. That's gonna leave a mark. That's gonna leave a big mark.
I don't think that third line's really doing too much here tonight.
No, not as much as we saw it last night for the majority of the race. Granted, last night I don't think it worked very well anyway with how many people kept going up there. Gotta try something though, Mike.
You do.
So it's going to take the whole run, Mike, but I think Senizak might get there before Alan Fox has to pit. And that's when I expect the 73 to hit pit road.
I would think so too, to stay ahead of the curve. But you think about it, there toward the end of that race, he's going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage with those guys coming on fresher tires. Trying to hold off for a win. But we'll see how it plays out.
That lead is down to 3.1 seconds. Alan Fox with a 31.36 to Senizak's 31.06. So 0.3 separating both of them on that lap. That 09 is very fast still. And so is Joe Torres. Joe Torres was 15 seconds back at one point.
Yeah, he's now all of a sudden 4 seconds back. Like, he is moving right now. It's going to be interesting here just to see how these strategies are all going to play out.
That's why I like doing this so much. It's so cool that everybody has a different strategy to get to the same ending. Like, we're going to lap 150. That'll be the end of the race. How you get there, up to you.
And if anybody runs out of fuel, too, that's a question. And how your tires are going to be, too. See, Gary has run down Zimmer here. This is a battle for 5th.
All right, Mike. Fox has been out for 30 laps. Should be hitting pit road any lap now. Unless he is trying to push it as long as possible so he doesn't have to stop again, which I 100% think Torres, Thwaites, and Wells definitely can do, make it on one more stop.
Yeah. It's going to be close for the guys that pitted a little bit early to see if they can make it all the way on one more stop. Tell you one thing that I've noticed tonight too. It seems like the weather-wise, it's a lot more clearer out than it was last night. We had a little bit of cloud cover yesterday here in Texas, but yeah, these boys are out in the hot sun here, slip sliding away.
The track temp is different as well. Yesterday it was 90 degrees. Today it's 76.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a sharper curve right there.
It's the battle for second.
Torres, I think, is just going to blow by him right here.
Yeah, but it took the whole run to get back up here.
Side by side.
And right where the 29 has been all race long, to that inside lane. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. Still side by side and still closing in on Alan Fox.
It's probably the time of the run where Alan Fox is looking in his mirror like, oh my goodness. You should read the last comment in the chain. That's pretty funny.
What if the hokey pokey is what it's all about. Jake, I love you. Don't change. You're still psychotic, though.
Battle for the lead.
And
Joe
there
Torres.
it is. Torres takes the lead. He was 15 seconds back when he got out of pit road. Granted, it took almost 20 laps, but he's back up to the point.
Now, if I'm Alan Fox, I'm coming to pit road right now. Yep, here he comes.
Like he heard us.
Oh, I think he did, and he about wrecked it. Oh, he did. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Huge playoff implications. Spins it on pit road.
Oh, that might be race over for a win right there.
Yeah, it's going to drop him back to probably 5th. Just eyeballing it.
Might be a lap down at this point. We saw what happened to Paul Irvin last night on the pit road, but at least Allen didn't pound the inside wall when he spun it. Here comes Vidal. He's coming to pit road. But yes, playoff implications again.
And Vidal spun too.
Oh no. He's lucky he didn't hit the inside wall either.
All right. Well, final pit stop of the race. We are 2 for 2 with spins coming to pit road.
Can we go for the hat trick?
Well, let's not.
That was the key to the race, though. We talked about this. Pit road entry, man. Woo. Hang on.
Joe Torres currently your race leader right now, and he is pulling away from Senezak in 2nd. You have Thwaites in 3rd, Gary Wells in 4th, Kyle Zimmer in 5th. Still waiting on drivers to hit pit road. It's going to be a little bit before I see if we see our leaders coming down.
And Josh Gillian's got to be thinking to himself, what do I got to do to catch a caution or something here?
Alan Fox, fastest lap of the race at 29:36. That's over a 10 faster than anybody else on the racetrack with their best lap time.
Did Vidal get damaged or something? Because he's now showing 3 laps down?
I think so. I think he got nose damage when he hit.
Who is the next one to blink?
And once again, Alan Fox one-ups that as Senezak is on pit road. No issues on entry.
You're about anywhere now. If you pit now, anytime now, you can make it to the end of the race on fuel. So here we go, Torres.
Right on cue.
What will Thwaites do? Will Thwaites stay out or will he pit? No, he's going to pit. Oh, is he going to make it? Oh. I didn't know if he was not going to make that or not.
Gary Wells is going to stay out, though. We'll have to go another lap to lead that lap. I think he's already got a couple.
Well, we'll see. Because I think Torres beat him across the line.
Yeah, he's going to have to go an extra lap on the racetrack to lead this lap.
And he's going to stay out and get that done.
Here comes Connor Coleman. Down the pit speed and on pit road.
Here comes the leader. Coming in the pit road. Will Kyle Zimmer stay out? Yep, Zimmer's going to stay out and lead a lap. I think that's his lead. Yeah, Zimmer's the last one that needs to pit. Got a battle here, Senzak and Torres, man. This is going to be the battle for the lead.
Alan Fox is, even with his issue on pit road, only back 3.5, almost 4 seconds. That's amazing.
That is pretty amazing. That is. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that. But what can Senzak do? Can he try to get ahead of Torres? Because Torres has the fresher tires.
By a lap. Well, as we come to 25 to go, we're going to step away one final time. That way we bring you the finale of this race. Commercial free. We'll see you when we get back.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
RICMOTECH, high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
We're back, everybody. Coming out of turn 2. That's Joe Torres with a... Oh! Fadal, hard hit. Hard hit coming out of turn 2. But Joe Torres currently a race leader. 9/10 back to Bryce Senezak. Michael Thwaites now in 3rd. Alan Fox in 4th. I think with Alan Fox's issue on pit road and his tire wear from pitting on 113, you're going to see that 73 maybe lose another spot to Gary Wells.
How about Gary Wells being the best of the non-playoff guys here tonight? Very impressive. He was talking last night on the broadcast that he was looking forward to running this race tonight, so good to see him having a good run there in the top 5.
Night. 15 laps to go. Mike, why don't you preview Dover for us next week?
Well, AJ, Dover's going to be another good one for the XMS boys going to Dover. We've got the championship race in both series. It's going to be very interesting what the Monster Mile is going to give us, because the Monster Mile loves to chew up and spit out race cars. So I think anything can happen.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. You hit one wall, you're coming right across the track, smacking the other wall, and taking out whoever's in between. But we go there for 155 laps. The stage next week will be at lap 55. Mike, it is nut up or shut up time when it comes to... Oh, Josh Gillen hard into the turn 2 wall.
Oh, he's going to be in the inside wall. Is this going to bring out a caution?
Shouldn't.
It shouldn't. He's in the inside wall again. Oh, is he going to make it back to pit road or not? He's limping.
He's doing about 40, maybe 50. But it looks like we stay green with 16 laps to go.
But AJ, you and I, we've called Dover together in the past couple years, and what we've seen at that racetrack, especially in the trucks at that racetrack, oh my goodness, it is going to be entertaining and maybe a little bit drama filled.
Yeah, well, it's a championship race at a Monster Mile. Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed. It looks like Torres is trying to lap Daniel Krim here. That means we will only have 6 guys on the lead lap once he gets past Krim.
Now, does Krim hold him up a little bit?
I think Torres is coming on too hard of tires. Oh! Joshua Gillen just said that his tire blew out. That's why he smacked the wall off of 2.
I didn't know that was a thing on iRacing, that your tire blows.
If you get it down to like the nitty gritty, like 0%, it does blow out.
Oh.
Trust me, one of the first times I did an ARCA race at Kentucky when I first got the sim, yeah, I blew out my right front tire.
I thought it just gives you damage, that it doesn't actually blow, but good to know. Obviously, you're gonna get damage.
Oh yeah, you're turning the wheel hard to the left, and that thing's going right to the right, and you're like, uh-oh.
And that's what Josh said. When did tires start blowing out? Makes my point right there.
But we are closing in on 11 laps to go next time around.
It has been the Joe Torres show, and he has kicked some major butt tonight. Bryce Senizak is gonna most likely finish where he started, same as Michael Thwaites. Alan Fox, gotta give him credit. He had that issue on the last pit stop on pit road where we spun out. But he fought all the way back to a P4 and minimized the damage because he was running second. Gary Wells, our first non-playoff driver, plus 4 spots, running in 5th. A lot of drivers coming out of this place equally proud, and then some happy the race is over.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like we'll have all 4 playoff drivers, Mike, still in contention for the championship next week.
Yeah, which is it's gonna be great for us in the booth and great for the people watching at home. So we're coming down to 9 laps to go, single digits on the board.
Wow, this race is absolutely flown by.
Joe Torres is trying to get to the white flag as soon as possible. He's like, I did not want to see a caution.
Yeah, we've seen multiple drivers smack that turn 2 wall tonight and make it very close to spinning out. Joshua Gillen just laps ago when he blew, I'm guessing, a right front tire.
You think about it too, as long as we've been green flag racing here, AJ, the marbles up there, ooh, gonna be treacherous up there toward that wall, all that rubber. And Vidal's in the wall in 3 and 4. He brought it down off the wall. He smacked that wall in 3 and 4.
Josh is 2 laps down, running in that 9th.
Oh, he's in it again.
Josh, it's not Martinsville. Can't do that here.
He's gonna have to watch it too. Like Josh Gillen blew out his right front tire. He's gonna have to watch his right front.
Yeah, he's really abusing it. I don't know if that was him just trying to stay out of the way for Thwaites. But doing so, he could have caused a bigger issue than he was trying to. There he is, the man of the race, the driver of the number 29, Jimmy John's Chevy Camaro. Joe Torres absolutely kicking butt tonight.
And he's going to come around and see Barney, the flagman, holding up 5 fingers for 5 laps to go.
Just so consistent all night long.
He's putting on a Kevin Hart performance. That's for darn sure. I'll tell you that much.
Like if this was Atlanta 15 years ago?
Yep.
Where he would coast from the start-finish line through 1 and into 2.
Well, you think about it, the line that Torres is running, he's running right on that white line. And what did Harvick do at the old Atlanta?
Yep.
Yeah, right on that white line. He is looking good. 4 laps to go. Just needs to get to that white flag.
Now, Mike, real quick, what does it mean to win at your home track?
Oh, it means a lot, I'll tell you that much. I have not done it personally yet at Chicagoland Speedway. Maybe one day I will, but yeah, it definitely will mean something to Mr. Torres.
They need to go back there. I don't think they ever will, but they need to go back there.
I think a lot of people would agree to that, but we'll see.
3 to go on the board. 2.1 seconds separating Torres and Senezak. No challenge for Senezak with Thwaites. And Thwaites has almost 6 seconds back to Fox.
Now we are going to see dual popsicle sticks up in the air right here.
Two to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. Joe Torres just trying to get to the white flag like you were saying, Mike. Has been the most consistent. Has just obliterated the competition with strategy.
He has, and we saw, and looks like Gary Wells is now up in the 4th, and Alan Fox back to 5th, so we're not going to get a 1, 2, 3, 4 for the playoff drivers' finishes, but we're going to come around and see that white flag sponsored by
the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. Joe Torres grabs the white flag. 30 more seconds of racing, and you will be a winner here at the XMS RICMOTECH Xfinity Series. And what to do it, the penultimate race of the season in the championship 4 round. giving yourself the best shot possible to win a championship next week. Joe Torres comes out of turn 4, looks at the line, looks at the flag man, and takes the checkered flag. Senezak comes home in second. Waits. There it is for third. Now Gary Wells coming to the line in fourth. And Alan Fox in fifth. Kyle Zimmer sixth. And those are your lead lap drivers. What a race, Mike.
That was a good old-fashioned butt kicking. Tell you that much by Joe Torres. Outstanding job.
The 29 of Joe Torres coming to the start-finish line. Gonna rip up some burnouts. Wow. Let's see. Wait. Zach Torres. Alright, let's talk to our third place driver tonight. Let's talk to Michael Thwaites. Hey, Michael Thwaites, it's AJ and Mike in the broadcast booth. What a phenomenal race for you. Finished right where you qualified, but it looked fun out there, dude. How was the 12 Chevy tonight?
Very tight. But it was all right. It was I guess third place good, so I'll take it. I mean, it was really fourth place, but Alan kind of messed up there getting the pits, so I kind of got position on him.
You mentioned how tight it was. Was it the whole race, or was it parts of the run that the car just got super tight coming out of the turns?
Yeah, I would say like in between like 10, 15 laps into the run, the tires would just wear out, and yeah, it was just shoving. So you just had to either run right on the white line or back up your corners a bit.
Well, you finish third here at Texas Motor Speedway. Gives you still a fighting shot for a championship next week at Dover. What are we expecting from the 12 Advanced Auto Parts Camaro?
Hopefully another top 3 at least, and maybe a win. We'll see.
All right, pal. Well, before we let you go and enjoy the podium finish, talk about those beautiful sponsors you got.
Yeah, of course, RICMOTECH, Prime Time, my teammates and stuff like that. Ed, what he does for this league, XTREME, and what you guys do in the booth.
All right,
appreciate
pal.
it.
Thank you for coming and talking with us. Congrats once again on the podium finish. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Thwaites.
Thank you.
All right, let's get to P2, the 09 of Bryce Senezak. Hey, Bryce, it's AJ and Mike at the broadcast booth. Congratulations on the P2 finish. How was it out there this evening trying to track down the 29?
Overall, pretty frustrating. I did, as usual, like a bunch of testing, and I got in for practice. The laps were just faster than what I thought they were going to be, and I don't know. I just couldn't match Joe's pace, and early on I was trying to match Alan's pace to try and catch up to him and get a point for like leading a lap early, and got that under the caution of that pit stop there. But yeah, I don't know what Joe was doing. I just couldn't match his pace. We finished off the stage, and I was like, I'm just gonna run the pace I've been running in practice, because I couldn't even match what they were doing.
Dude, well, you come home with a second place finish. That's gonna still set you up relatively nicely going into Dover for a shot at the championship. What are we going to expect from the 09 there?
It's been the same goal pretty much every week, is to go out and win this. I think I'm going in 2 points behind Joe the way the points shuffle out. So I don't know if it goes the other way around, where like Alan was saying he's good at Dover, and this was pretty much Joe's track that he was saying he was good at. So I don't know if things kind of swap around, if that's gonna just be good enough. So
Gonna make next week very interesting, especially with Alan finishing in that 5th position. But dude, talk about the wonderful sponsors and yeah.
And of course, you guys at All Star 15 for doing the broadcast for us all season. Everything that Ed has done over here to XMS. Shout out the admins. Shout out everyone at Searing Racing. Shout out to Spoiler Diecast and Celsius and Elwood Designs.
All right, pal. Congratulations once again on the P2 finish. Always strong on the racetrack. We'll talk to you hopefully next week at Dover.
We'll see you.
All right, Mike. It is your turn to talk to the man of the hour. Take it away.
Joe Torres, as Mike and AJ in the booth. You got us.
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, dominate performance, led 91 laps. You started 4th. You get home with the win in your home track. Talk to me about all the feelings of tonight, and talk to me about winning to kick off the championship 4 round.
It's special for me because I love Texas, that version of Texas, because that was the first track I actually came with winning a lot of races in, and I don't know what to say, honestly. I didn't expect to have a dominating performance. I honestly expected the Primetime boys to just annihilate the crap out of me, but oh my God, man. Are you kidding me? I'm in shell shock what just happened, because after practice and after everything, I didn't see myself winning this race like the way I did tonight. It's just emotional. We'll just put it that way.
Man, I understand the feeling of that being emotional. A big-time win at your home track to kick off the championship 4. I mean, what a better way to do it, to send a message here as we head to Dover next week. Give me your thoughts as you're going to be leading those points going to Dover and a chance to win a championship.
Mike, I can give you the points right now. I'm looking at it right now. I'm leading by 4 points. Alan Fox is minus 10 from the lead, and Michael Thwaites, it's minus 16. So there you go.
Man, look at that, AJ. Breaking some news here in the post-race interview.
Yeah, I wish I had the breaking news jingle.
Yeah, right.
I know, right?
But Joe, talk to me about Dover next week and a chance to win the title. I'm really determined to win this title because it's something I've always wanted, especially after so many years of racing on a console and now joining iRacing and then doing this for 6 years and now doing it in my first league ever. So I really want this championship, not only for myself, but for Warrior, Spartan, and all my friends in the FRL esports channel. Those guys are the reason why I'm here and why I'm giving it all I got to make this happen. But Dover, I really like that track because that's also a track that I'm very close to, because I won my first oval race ever at Dover, and it would be truly special to cap it off or in bookend the Xfinity Series season with a championship and with a win there. But it's going to be tough. Well, we hope that, that everything goes good. Preparation for that race goes good. And I'm assuming you guys are going to do a lot of testing going into Dover too. But before we let you get out of here to celebrate this win at your home track, you want to plug those sponsors for us?
Yes, sir. Let's plug in Spartan Esports. I really hope Mike was watching. I hope he saw the race. Warrior, you can PGO and Gary for all you guys have done for me. All Star TV for all the fantastic broadcasts you guys have done, and every one of the sponsors. Jimmy John's for jumping on board for the last 2 races of the season. Boy, that car was freaky fast. Jimmy John's W, XMS for making such a wonderful series. RICMOTECH also, in Xfinity, and all the sponsors on the car. Team Conti, Anora, everybody. Again, truly special moment for me to win at my home track and having a chance to win a championship for the first time.
Well, Joe, congratulations on the big time win here tonight. Go home and celebrate this big old thing, and we'll catch you next week in Dover.
Oh, we're celebrating tonight.
All right, Mike, take us home, pal.
Well, AJ, that was an outstanding race for Texas. I always loved this version of Texas. They should have never changed his racetrack in real life, but yeah, good to hear that, you know, Joe Torres gets a big win in his home racetrack, and we got a really tight point battle, it sounds like, going into next week. So looking forward to it, and yeah, let's go on to Dover and crown a champion.
Yeah, I can't wait in both series next Tuesday and Wednesday. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow. We have a lot of racing coming up here on the channel within the next month or so. A-Car is starting back up on Mondays, the day after the Daytona 500. If you're interested, comment below. We'll get you a link to the Discord and get you squared away. But take care, everybody. We'll see you on the next broadcast.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
RICMOTECH, high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.